How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy. Today we have the Sharper Image X-Treme Jet X-2. So this is a high-performance remote control drone. At least that's what they claim. At the top, it does tell us that it does 360 barrels, automatic hover, bright LED underglow, rechargeable battery, has advanced autopilot, orientation, variable altitude, gyro stabilized remote control, total flight time of 5 minutes, built-in battery, let's see, assigned landing, calibrating landing zone, and then pretty much the same information on both of the sides. Oh no, this side's a little different besides the back. It has landing pads, silicone pads for smooth landings, lightweight design, durable and sleek design to take on any flight. 2.4 gigahertz technology gives us a range up to 150 feet, so that's pretty decent. It does have some specs here. So without further ado, this was available at Walmart or Target? Target? It was Target, and what was it, 24 or 34? $34.99. Okay, so that is the price. It's a little steep for this size drone. Hopefully it performs well. This is on par with the other drones I had on the channel from Aeronautics or whatever that company was, and it was a much larger drone and it performed really well. So hopefully it makes up the price with this amazing performance or a really nice fun drone to fly. So without further ado, let me get my shank. And be careful with knives, please. And we're going to cut the two side pieces right here. Shoink. You should always cut away from you, not towards me like I do. Oh, I can see me cutting myself. Okay, there we go. Let's put that bad boy up. And then pop this tab. I'm tearing the box. There we go. And hopefully this just slides out. It should slide out at either end. And no, it does not. Cut this one. It says, please do not return to store. A lot of these manufacturers will help you out. They just don't want you to take it back to the store because the store can't fix it or help you in any way. So keep that in mind. Jeez, oh Pete. I'm going to cut myself here. So hopefully I can open this for you guys. Jeez, oh Pete. So here is the do not return to store. Call the number. They help you with parts, repairs, troubleshooting. So that is at the bottom. Jeez, oh Pete. I guess they made it kind of difficult to open so no one would steal it. So you wouldn't slide this out. You have to pull these little tabs out for the box to slide out. Kind of figured that out after the fact. We'll start with the bottom tray, or the bottom of the box, which should have the remote and other accessories we need and such. Jesus, man, this is really difficult to open. I'm having a hard time opening this. I'm just gonna tear it. There we go. There we go. And then we have a zip tie here to cut, and then we have the little we'll set that there. We'll look at the drone controller last. There we go, finally. Jeez, oh Pete. So first off, we have a manual. Sharper Image does have good quality manuals. Shows you typically everything you get. Wow, it's a really long manual. Shows you how to install batteries. Talks about the different controls. How to calibrate, very, very important function there. The buttons are typically labeled, but it does have a diagram for the transmitter. Talks about how to do flips and stunts, troubleshooting, what button does what, that kind of stuff before you use, charging, all that fun stuff. So it's not a bad idea to at least glance over it, or if you're having issue with something, kind of refer back to this or this video. And then in the bag we get, let's see what kind of charging. I've noticed that Sharper Image is one of those companies that always use Type-C. I think it's a superior cable. I don't think it does data, but this is a Type-C. So use these wires. I've had one where I tried to use a different wire on a product and it didn't charge right. Same thing with like gel blasters that use Type-C. Use the manufacturer ones. I don't think the data ones work, but this one does. So I don't know what the weirdness is in it or the connection, but definitely use the wire that came with it. And then you do get 4 spare props, which is nice. So if you reckon one of the props come off, just be aware that it's like A, B, or 1, 2, 3. Or whatever. They're labeled and numbered different because they do need to go on different spots. You can see the way the blades are turned, so it's always across from each other. But this, since it's not like a typical drone where it's like this, it's kind of turned so it looks like an airplane. So that is a different design, but same principle. The blades need to be replaced with the corresponding number or design or angle. So keep that in mind. So that, as far as the transmitter goes, similar to all of the Sharper Image transmitters I've noticed, they all look very similar. It says before flying. It just gives you this little list that you should do before you fly it, like charging the battery, reading the manual, all that good stuff. So we're just going to pop that off. It does show you a picture of the aircraft so you won't get the transmitter mixed up. X-Treme Jet X-2 remote control stunt drone, the model number, and then everything is labeled. So we'll start with the top right shoulder is the stunt button. You hit that. Typically you'll select a direction, so if it hits stunt, you'll hit like roll right, roll left. I'll see if it goes all 4 ways. I'll let you guys know, or if it only does it one way. And then you have your flight. Not sure what that is. Maybe take off and auto land, if I had to guess. And then you have your center power button. And then right here is headless mode or auto orientation. Make sure you put the aircraft straight from you. So auto orientation will allow you to literally spin. Not sure which way you're oriented, but if you push away, it'll come away, and if you pull towards you, it'll come towards you. So that is a cool feature for a beginner pilot. Honestly, I'd recommend flying without that, just so you learn orientation. Auto orientation. The speed button is right here, so it at least has 1 speed. Some have 2 or 3. And then your trim functionality, left, right, forward, and back. So if it's drifting in any way, this will allow you to trim. As far as the battery, not sure how you remove the hatch. Oh, you probably have to push with the screwdriver on this little button and then pull down. So it's a locking mechanism. Very, very smart. You don't lose any screws, nothing to strip. Very smart design. You are going to need 3 AAA batteries. Technically, we are going to have to charge this first and then come back before we can fly this, because I want to be a full battery. Technically, there will be a charge on it, but I would definitely charge it before you fly it to make sure it gets topped off right. And then the cover, just literally you line it up about midway like that, and then snap it right on. Press. They always have the illumination, really nice LED there, illuminating, pulsing slow, and that's not connected. Press and hold for a couple seconds. Let go. That's how you turn these off. You don't just press it one time in case you hit the wrong button. You don't lose control of your aircraft. And then last but not least is the aircraft itself. Really good looking gray jet. I love the way this looks. Very small. I actually had a bigger one like this, similar design. Very good looking jet. It does say SIA-77 at the top. They always use the number 77. I guess that's the year or something to do with the manufacturer or company. So that looks pretty good looking on the back. The back is kind of cut out more for weight savings, and they don't need to do too much with it. It does have these little rubber feet, so it'll help you land on something without scratching it, like a glass table. Then you have your off and on button on this side, and then where your Type-C plugs in at the charge. The battery is kind of up and down. Honestly, it is not a removable battery. I'm sure I could unscrew this and cut a little slot to where you could pull the battery in and out. I'm not a big fan of proprietary batteries because you'll fly this for like 5 minutes and have to charge for like 30 to 40 minutes. So it doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather have a drone that has like 5 or 6 batteries and then you just swap them out. I've done modifications like that to proprietary drones. Go to my channel. I have those on there. And I have also other drones on the channel that do come with, removable batteries. And you can buy them for cheap. Typically for like 20 something bucks, you get like 5 batteries and then a multi-charger, which I've featured on past videos if you want to check that out on the channel. So let's turn it on, see if it has any lighting. So let's flip that switch. Wow, that's a really stiff switch, which is okay, I guess. Okay, so it's illuminating on top, and it does illuminate, kind of seeps through the bottom, but it's mainly, I guess, on top. It does seem to illuminate a little bit towards the bottom. It's doing a slow pulse, letting you know that it's not bound. Let's go ahead and turn that off. I like how that's stiff, so if you bump, it's not actually going to accidentally turn off. My vision is pretty terrible. I'll look at see if it's A and B or 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's okay. You can also tell by the angle. So the angles, there's only 2 types of angles. It'll either be this way or that way. So just make sure you replace it with the right one. These will pop off. Sometimes they're a little stiff, but these will pop off. Just double check they're on there all the way. Typically it'll happen in a wreck or if you break one. Sometimes you can use a tool or you can use something to grab this. So there you have it. Of course, we're gonna have to get this. Of course, you can use, you know, your your computer, your computer, any type USB type style charging. I wouldn't use like a fast charger or anything like that. Just use this wire on a standard, you know, 1.4 or 2.4 or 3.0, something like that. Just standard USB plug. And then you should be good to go. So we'll charge this up. I'll see if the light goes on or off when it's charging, or if it flashes. I'll let you guys know what it does. And then as soon as it's done charging, we will fly this indoors, because this is, I would say, an indoor drone. Maybe on a very, very calm day, keep it within range. But to be honest with you, wind can affect this the way this is designed a lot, and it can blow away. So just be aware of that. This is definitely an indoor drone. It does have covers. Seems like it would be a lot of fun to rip around. So we'll see how it performs. Maybe it does have the umph to perform on no wind day. So we'll see about that. So let's charge this. We'll be right back as soon as it's done. Okay, so we are back. We got done charging it. When you plug it up, this illuminates red. This lights up red when you're plugged up, and when it's done charging, the light goes away. So that is the charging thing. It did take a little while. It depends how dead the battery is, obviously, and what kind of charger you're using, but not very hard at all to do so. It does have these little feet. We're going to set it down on a fairly level and flat surface. We're just going to fly. I don't think we're going to calibrate it. If you have a really nasty wreck or it's flying really wonky, you might want to calibrate it. Remember to always point it away from you, straight out from the controller, just to kind of get it oriented. So you always want to turn, it's the opposite of regular RCs, how you'd always turn the transmitter on first. You always turn the drone on first. The switch is kind of hard. Set it on flat level surface away from you. Let me move the wire and everything away. So we have a little room here. And then you're going to want to turn on the transmitter. Some you have to go up and down the bind. Some you don't. So this one is still flashing. So you want to go up, down. It beeps. Oh, it has other lights, honey. So it has red and white lights. Huh. Really, really cool. That's a surprise I did not know about. So we're going to try to hit the flight button, see what it does. That's how you take off. So I'm going to let it go, see how high it goes up. So that's about 3.5, 4 feet. Wow. That is very stable for a little drone. So forward. Back, right, left, okay, up, obviously down. Then we're gonna yaw. That's not bad, yaw rate. Then we're gonna hit the stunt button. You ready? In the lowest, slowest mode. So here is the stunt button. So that's to the right. Let's see if it'll go to the left. It'll go to the left. Let's see if it'll go backwards. Oh, nope, it only goes right or left, which is fine. It's cool. Let's go to speed number 2. Let's go up a little higher. The puppy wants it. So let's go to speed number 2, see if it has it. That's 2 beeps. So it has speed 1 and speed 2. Here's forward, here's back. You know what? This is peppy. Like, this is much peppier than most Inductrix. So let's whip it around a little bit. This is cool. We'll kind of go out into the other room a little bit. Turn around. This is so cool. It's actually a fun little aircraft. And remember, it only flies for about 5 minutes. Once you see the lights flashing, you want to land. Oh, yaw rate and rate 2. Let's see how much faster it yaws. So yaw is just the rotation. So let's see. Way faster yaw. Let's hit the flight button. Auto land. So hit it once, take off. Hit it once, land. Your trim buttons, we showed the speed. The only thing we didn't show is auto orientation, which I don't care for. I guess we can show it. So you take off directly from you. You hit this. And then... oh, it's backwards. So, let me turn that off before I die. It's backwards right now. So that's why it's important. Flip it upside down. It'll stop. I don't know if it has emergency stop or not. So what we're going to do is it lights up. The button lights up. So you turn it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're away from us, and then we're going to turn it on. So forward, back. Now let's spin. And then look. Forward, back, forward. As we're spinning. So it's finding that out. So no matter if I'm facing me or not, forward, back towards me. No matter which way you're facing, it's going to help orientation. Honestly, it's confusing for me. I'm going to turn that off and just rip this. So we're in rate. Okay, so you listen to the controller. It beeps once or twice. That's your rates. This looks so cool. I know. Still not flashing. Holy shit. Whoops. Beep. Woo. 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 I want to see if I can go in the other room again. That was challenging. Jet in the other room, jetting around. Oh, don't hit the wall. That's, you know what? That's what we call a durability test. Look at that. Look at that. No problem. So those bumpers work kind of good. Most of the time you'll just bounce off of something and be okay. But I think it freaked out because I hit it kind of hard. But let's see. Let's see if we can manually land without auto land by holding it all the way down. You can manually land. Man, this is cool. I love the teal light. It's got lights, of course, in the front and back. So red, remember, red is your right and left, and white is the front and back. That's kind of confusing. I wish they would have did a red light, a green light, and then the whites. You know what I mean? That would have been less, but it still works. It's bright. It's flown for a while, and this must have a decent sized battery. I'll look at the capacity, but this should have a decent sized battery. If you get you 5 solid minutes of pretty aggressive flying like I've been doing. How long have we been flying? 6.5 minutes. Maybe we didn't instantly start, so that kind of makes sense. It might come on any minute now, so that they probably thinking conservatively, you know. Tornado. We're going to be like, oh, we don't know how to fly. And boom, hit that, see, bounces off. Oh no, I don't know how to fly. And boom. So I've noticed that the front of it causes it to bounce much harder because the front's like really bouncy rubber. See that? And if you hit the sides, it'll tend to stand up. But if you hit the tip, it kind of bounces off. It will flash when you wreck. Just hold the throttle all the way down, put it on flat level ground, let it recalibrate. To calibrate, it's both directional away from each other. It'll beep and flash. That's how you calibrate. If you have a really gnarly wreck and you notice it's trimming really bad, so watch. So now when I let it go, that is incredible for a small little inductrix. That is very stable. We're good. We're going rate 2. The way I like it. Why is this battery not dying? Oh, I wrecked. But you'll know in the battery because it'll flash like that when you're flying. And you could turn the blades on, then hit up, turn the blades off, land. Then of course you got auto. Dude, this thing is really cool, honey. Why won't it die? Dun, 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 dun. Last time I wrecked, I want to see if I make it. Oh, come this way. Full speed ahead. Oh, see it? Did you see it flashing before I wrecked? And the transmitter beeps. Man, they're good. I tell you what. See now, even if I put on flat ground and hit down, it's still flashing and the transmitter's beeping. So you want to immediately turn it off so you do not press and hold. So you do not kill this battery. If you lower the battery voltage too much, you can actually kill this battery. Doesn't really feel warm. Motors aren't really that warm. They're decent sized little motors. This thing doesn't weigh much. Battery's most of the weight. The weight is centered. I'm impressed. I wrecked the crap out of this a couple times, and I don't even see a mark on it. So that tells me the durability is going to be really good at this. You're going to have to really, really wreck this hard to hurt it. And if you do, you may pop off a blade or break one. You have extra. It just makes sense to me. I just wish that they had a latch or something that could pop off to quickly exchange batteries. I enjoy this so much, I may cut out the bottom and then make some kind of latch or rubber band or something to hold this on and then just change the batteries out. I don't know. You have to solder it and stuff. I don't know if it's worth all that. The $1 million question, or the $34.99 question. Is it worth $34? I hate to say it, but it might be, just because the simple fact that the controller is really, really good quality. The buttons, you can tell they're not cheap the way it feels. The joysticks are precise and smooth. I was able to fly in and out of the room and I haven't flown in forever. Tells me that it's smooth. The orientation does work. I didn't even need to trim it. That tells you how good the flight controller is. So you're getting a good quality flight controller. You're getting very bright, beautiful lights. I wish, like I said, they had like a latch or something you could pop out and change the battery. That would be like worth it even more. The look of it, the spare blades, it seems to flip only right and left, which is fine, but it still does a cool party trick. You know what? I'm going to say if you want to learn to fly an easy to fly indoor drone, this would be it. Hence, oh man, I didn't have enough battery left. I was going to let my wife fly this. Maybe my wife will fly this in another video, because I just want to see if she could fly a drone. I can't remember. I think she's flown the Star Wars drones with me. I can't remember. Remember those Star Wars drones? I think she's flown those before, so we'll have to see. I told her I would give her some kind of prize if she flew this good and can actually fly this. Maybe I'll make her go from like this room to that room and come back, and if she does so, I'll give her a prize. Maybe we'll do a video on that. We'll see. So, yeah. So, honestly, I really enjoyed this aircraft. It was a lot of fun, you know. It could be worth $34. A little pricey. I would love to see this at like $25. Would be an amazing price. $19.99 would be a steal. So $25 would, I think, $24.99 would have been better. Just watch out, because there can be deals that could be like Target, Circle Cards, or where we get this from, or Walmart might even have something like that. So you just have to, they have their versions of sales and stuff. And online, sometimes on Walmart, stuff can be very cheap. So see if this is a little cheaper online. So you just got to look for the right deal and sometimes be a little patient. So there you have it, guys. The Sharper Image Jet X-2. I like it. I noticed that there's a few X-Treme series. I've noticed there's like a little remote control car with big wheels that can like flip and tumble. And then I saw a little boat that's supposed to be amazing. So maybe we'll try some of those. If you guys want to see it on the channel, let me know. And that's it for this one, guys. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It helps out a lot. And don't forget, we have the membership on the channel now for 99 cents a month. You get exclusive 2 stickers. One of them is glow in the dark. You get super chat, like instant response, shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff that you can get by being a member, only for 99 cents a month. If you're interested in that, please feel free to check it out. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.